Yeah, we're here with Angush. You just finished the group stage
Yes.
with 2 wins, 1 loss. The first match was against SK.
Yes.
How did it go?
It wasn't so hard. It wasn't easy to. We were expecting something like that from them, and in the end, we just I think won mentally against them. We just made better decisions than them, even though the game was pretty close. Just won the game. Not by picks, just by, as I said, mentally.
SK had some changes during the last weeks and days. Did you recognize that their team play was not the best?
Yeah, like the team made lots of changes with the roster they have now. I mean, until this roster they have now, they didn't have that good team play until now. But in LAN event, they're pretty good actually. Let's see, Aurimas, he's good offline. Like he's shouting, he's giving the team spirit, team motivation. Not every team has this kind of guy. He's very useful in offline, so I guess that might be the MVP of stage.
Okay, yeah, in the second game you faced the Polish team of Team Acer, and we saw you playing a lot of them during the last weeks in tournaments, mostly in semi-finals and finals. Did you expect this would be the hardest game?
If there were official matches, I think we lost most of them. But after those matches, we went to scrim against them without scrims, and we won every single one. And we didn't feel any rivalry between them. So actually, there were no problems. But of course, we thought of something generally what to do against them. It worked out. We won. We are happy.
Yeah, after that you had 2-0, and it was quite clear that you will go to the playoffs. And then you faced Meteor Makers, who lost all their games before, and surprisingly you lost to them. What went wrong?
As for wrong, nothing, but we even won all games we had online against them. But I think we over-enjoyed ourselves, our cockiness, let's say, overconfident much. And we didn't stick to the plan we were always used to. And like when you somehow make a mistake, you may start panicking. But we used to not to panic, but we started doing it. And that was the changing point of the game, and it just got like completely outplayed because there was no team play, mostly solo plays, and that decided the game.
Yeah, you faced 2 Polish teams in the group stage. Did you recognize anything like the crowd was too loud, or did you feel like an outsider here?
Well, of course we could hear the crowd. For example, against SK, people were shouting for SK instead of us, and everyone were I don't know, amazed that we won, or disappointed that SK lost. But as for Polish teams, I could say one thing, that my team is not scared of the shouts of crowd so far, but maybe the crowd were cheering, of course, more for the national team. It could be better, but it wasn't that bad.
Okay, it's almost 7 p.m. now. The second group is playing. Will you watch all the games?
Yeah, we need to, we have to. Since, for example, we didn't see CLG playing because they are in Korea. We saw some streams, but they just don't stream the important games. As for Moscow 5, we actually know what to do against them, but they're the team that we may have more problems than against CLG. Because back in the days when we were just a new team, CLG was a new team, we were always ahead of them, and only after streaming against us, the CLG caught up us. So we still know what to do against them. It shouldn't be that much of a problem.
Yeah, CLG was in Korea for OGN. Do you think they maybe adapted some tactics? Because in Korea they're playing quite aggressively, switching lanes there and stuff.
They adapted to the enemy more and change their core setups. So, for example, they're always playing the defensive play and waiting out the enemy mistakes, while Koreans say that they play more aggressively, they go all in, something like that. And it's pretty good because, I mean, the reason they were in Korea was probably for those things, like to know every style there is in League of Legends and to get used to it. So yeah, they have learned it. Well, like, I consider my team more like Korean team. We like to play it, especially the mid player and me stop sometimes, which of course, but we always go aggressive. So maybe that could be the reason we were winning more against OG than Moscow 5. But yes, OG may be a problem. I need to meet them first.
So you moved to a gaming house a few days ago, I guess it was
Not yet to gaming house. We were boot camping. We'll just move into gaming house after Poland. So you said. There will be even time for fans to meet us. Of course, we'll have scheduled streams and so on, and travel around. Probably we won't see that much city because it's our job to play, but it's still good to see each other every day and to understand each other better.
Maybe you can explain the fans where the gaming house will be and why you decided to go there.
It will be in Germany, city Berlin. I'm not sure about the address, correct one. It will be published later, but why we decided to go there probably because our manager is smart actually. He said there will be more tournaments and all around there are more fans of League of Legends. For example, there will be some tournament after or before Gamescom in Berlin, I think, some bootcamp or LAN. There will be more Season 3 tournaments or something around Germany, so it might, we might need to spend less money traveling and so on, and plus we might get used to each other.
Do you already know what you can expect from the gaming house? I mean, in Korea the gaming house are pretty small, they are just the stuff you need.
We know the house, we will go see it after this event. We had the photos right and everything. It won't be that small, it actually will be very big, but not a mansion, but a house.
Okay, so how long do you plan to stay there?
I think until winter at least, because then at winter there could be holidays. We don't expect much tournaments. I think not like most people, players. I think they take vacations in winter, and up until then we will probably just try hardcore playing, try to be top 1, top 2. That's the expectation of us within the investment to us. The gaming house is not cheap. Everything is not cheap, like, so we will try to cover it up, try our best.
What did your family or your friends say when you told them, hey, I will move to Germany, foreign country, and live there for gaming in a few months?
Friends were like, yeah, that's cool, like you're lucky and so on, but I'm saying, yeah, I have to also do the duties, I have to, like, it's not very easy to play competitive too, there's so much pressure, you can't be always mentally stable, sometimes you need to go crazy, sometimes you need to be calm. That's for family. I told them that if I choose to go this way, let's say into a gaming career, at one point I will need to leave the house sooner or later. And when I told them, well, they understood it. And it's not that big of a problem because there are programs to like talk to each other with Skype, to see them every day. Of course, maybe we'll have time to visit our families. So I don't feel that big of a loss because let's say if you have another job, you may need to travel around too. I consider it the same. But I'm young, so it might be not so natural for such a young man to travel and go to another house so fast, but times are changing.
Yeah, you mentioned the mentioned stuff like mind games. If you're living in a gaming house, you will be probably streaming and playing LoL like 6 to 8 hours a day. And if you saw CG, for example, they streamed and played solo queue for kind of relaxing. So how
DSM did the same, but later they understood what they're for.
yeah, but how can you calm down if your head is full of League of Legends?
Calm down? Well, of course there are ways to calm down, but thinking a lot, knowing a lot could lead into, I don't know the word now, but you can be calm by knowing what to expect. If you don't know what to expect or you don't have enough information, then you can be nervous. So for me, I'm getting nervous only, let's say, when I lose. But that happens not so often actually. Well, it happens, but I know why. When I don't know why, then I start panicking. But that happened quite often. Well, those mind games. Well, the mind games are not for everyone. Let's say you have to have some kind of talent for that. Like, it's still the mind game is from your own memories. So you know that at some point you will need to do that. Your brain tells you to do that. You do that. For example, some kind of crazy play, no one was expecting, everyone is shouting and like you're the MVP instantly. So that's called the mind game.
Yeah, in the solo queue ranking there are a lot of high elo players without team. Do you think there are two steps to become professional? Like, first of all, learn the skills, have, I don't know, enough champions to play your position safely, and then that mental stuff is coming too, because being professional is, you have to be hard, you have to train every day and stuff. Do you think there's a big difference?
There's a big difference between solo queue and the team game, specifically for those top players who can play only few champions and only know few strategies that only can work against unorganized teams or players. And as you said, the mental or the, I don't know, when you become a pro player, professional player, there are many more things you have to care about than only a one number, the rating, because the rating comes with the time, like how much time you invest by analyzing more of your gameplay. Of course, you have to do that too with your team, but when you have to cover up for other people and then to somehow insert yourself into them, that's much harder than getting a high solo rating. So let's say if you have a high solo rating, you might be the one who can't be with other people, because sometimes you might be, oh, I can't play with those people because they're too bad. But sometimes, or in every team, there are players who, let's say, not so good as others. Let's say there are star players, but as a team, let's say one player who is not that good, he can be a very good teammate to support you, to be the one who will carry every game. But some people don't understand that, so most players are left in shadows most of the time. That hurts me because I'm kind of that player, but sometimes I shine, sometimes I can't. Because let's say the top lane I'm playing is pretty hard. Like, it's not like what every lane does. It's like you have to have that mental ability to outthink the enemies while doing the job, while playing the game at the same time.
Okay, yeah, then let's talk about ECC. One more question. Do you think you can... Sorry? Do you think you can make it here at ECC?
The finals?
To win it?
To win it. We were expecting to win it. After this, we will know who we're gonna face, Moscow 5 or SoG. We prefer SoG. We know more about them than Moscow 5. Because Moscow 5, even if you know anything about them, they still are, as I said, crazy players. They still know how to play when their tactics are exposed. They go for something unexpected in the game.
All right, Angush. Thanks for your time. The last words are yours.
Well, I would like all my fans to go watch the guys on wallpro.com. There are also glasses we wear. They're called gunners. We use TeamSpeak for talking to each other, and the gear we use is Logitech. It's pretty good, and they're actually investing a lot of time to follow the gamers and so on. So that's it.